we're definitely disappointed and frustrated, but I don't know if we're too surprised. The government hasn't shown a lot of good faith and sincerity in this process so far, so we're not surprised that they unilaterally canceled the talks.
Well, of course, the government, and to be specific, the Chief Secretary, Carrie Lam, she's blaming you, the student protesters, for the breakdown in talks, saying that it would have been impossible to have a constructive dialogue after protest leaders called for an increased effort to occupy the areas. What do you say to that accusation?
The occupation is a political crisis that's been generated by the fact that the government has mismanaged this process from the start. The public in Hong Kong has made clear that they want universal suffrage for many years. It's been clear in the polls, and these past few weeks it's been clear in the streets. And the government should take this opportunity for a dialogue to help resolve that crisis. Instead, they insist on setting these preconditions for the talks, which are an agreement from the students and the other protest leaders that we must fall under the framework of the decision of the Standing Committee, when there are no preconditions from our side.
So how are you going to respond to this breakdown in talks? There's been renewed calls for further protests. Are you going to head back onto the streets?
There will be, I think, a renewed number of protesters on the streets. We've been on the streets for the past few weeks, and we will increase those numbers in the coming days. And we will also be using other levers. As you've seen, the pan-Democrat legislators are also stepping up their efforts within the legislature to put some pressure on the government. Again, the Hong Kong people have made it clear that they desire true universal suffrage, and we're just waiting on the Hong Kong government to deliver.